In today's video, I want to talk about the best way to structure your real estate investment company. Now, there are a couple different scenarios that I want to cover. First scenario is this. If you're just getting started, you don't have an LLC, you're ready to get into real estate investing, you might be a W-2 employee, you might be a 1099 contractor, and you're just trying to figure out how to structure your company in a way that best fits what you want to do as a real estate investor. Well, I'm a business consultant, so I'm going to always say you want to stand at the top of the mountain of your entire enterprise at all times. So I would say in the perfect world, LLC number one should be your holding company. Now, there are a lot of reasons why I'm going to say LLC number one should be your holding company even before you start and structure your real estate investment company. But I'm not going to have time to get into all that. I have a couple thousand videos on my YouTube page alone, in which there are about 4,000 on there right now. A couple thousand of those, maybe 2 or 3, are all centered around how to start and structure holding companies, how to manage them, and pretty much all the ins and outs of them, okay? So I would say LLC number one needs to be holding company. Of course, somebody's going to challenge the idea of a LLC and say, well, shouldn't it be an S Corp? Shouldn't it be a C Corp? I would prefer you to speak to an attorney who structures entities or a CPA who structures entities. From my experience, I have a tax strategist. Of course, I have a couple attorneys that I work with, and I have a CPA. And from my experience, depending on the money that you're generating or the net income that you have coming through your business, that's going to have a lot to do to determine how your entity is going to be treated for tax purposes. I'm not a tax person. I'm not an expert at any of that. I'm an entrepreneur. I know enough to be clear on some of the decisions that I make, but I'll never claim to be a CPA, a tax strategist, an attorney. All I'm saying from an entrepreneur's perspective, you want to stand at the top of the mountain. You want your parent company, your holding company, to be LLC number one. Once you have that set up, it's easy to create LLC number two, which is your real estate investment company. And here, this company will be owned by that company. That would be the best way to structure it. And again, everybody has their own opinions. But if I were speaking with you and you were just getting started, I would say set up your LLC number one as your holding company, and then LLC number two would be your real estate investment company. Now, let's say in another scenario that you already have a company. So let's say you already have a LLC or some other type of company. That would probably be considered an operating company because you're selling products or providing services, whether it's a tree business, a shoe shining business, a marketing business, whatever the business is. You have an operating business. Well, I would still say, even though you have an operating business, to set your holding company up, even though it won't be LLC number one because you already have a LLC here. So I would say set up LLC number two in this scenario. Your holding company will be LLC number two. Once your holding company is set up, meaning that you got your EIN, you got your bank account, your Secretary of State paperwork, your operating agreement, once that gets cleared, it's easy for you to transfer the ownership of this existing LLC, which is an operating company, under the holding company. And then you set up LLC. In this case, it would be number three for your real estate business. Either way, you want all roads to lead to the holding company. There are so many different benefits, tax benefits, operational benefits, asset protection benefits. There are just a lot of benefits and a lot of reasons why the wealthiest people, the wealthiest companies in the world have their enterprises and organizations set up and structured this way. Again, if you need information about this, I would first and foremost recommend for you to speak to an attorney, a CPA, somebody who knows the laws and all the ins and outs of the tax ramifications. I'm not that person. And most of us on social media are not those people. We're just talking to you as entrepreneurs. Some people are just talking to you out the side of their mouth. I'm talking to you from an entrepreneur's perspective who has those people. I have those people in my life, and I've learned a lot from them, but I'm not those people. I do know, however, that this structure that I have, and I know a lot of clients that I've worked with to put these together they work for us and they can work for you.